Hello and welcome everyone, Stormy Sensei here. We're going to be playing some Honkai Star Rail for once. I think that tomorrow is patch day, where we go live on 3.6, I want to say. So it seems like the perfect time to start 3.3 story. What is that, like 8 weeks behind, 12 weeks behind, something like that. Did the buzzing go away with the microphone? There's a chance that it was the baby monitor too close to the microphone. Yep, okay. It was the baby monitor being too close. I didn't realize it would pick that up. Okay, let's start off with finishing off some of my Trailblaze Power. At this point, this is really the only relic domain that I really need to do, because it gives me relic sets for Kafka, Hyacine, Jingyuan, Topaz, and Himiko. That's kind of like all that I need.
Lose some, win some. Don't let me down.
We're gonna do some quick auto battle stuff while I eat some crackers.
Bending the rules. Time for a lesson. Unscathed. Found me. Forever. Victory is inevitable. Bending the rules.
Yes, hello to Litopia and Wapter and the Chomper.
I always deliver. Time for a lesson. Found me. Unscathed. You can't run. Unscathed. Bending the
Chips? No, crackers.
Don't let me down. Found me. With enough movement, lies become reality. Yes. Time for a lesson. Can't run. Unscathed. Bending the rules.
I don't know why the game thinks that Jade's better. Ooh. Why Jade's oops. should have Cipher as the debt collector. Cipher attacks only like twice per turn. On Facial attacks 3 times per turn. I wonder if it's because our AI is programmed for E1, I mean for E0, and not for E1. Fighting a team of Miraidon, Inteleon, Espeon, Venusaur, and Slowbro. That's a lot of special attack.
I always deliver. You want to take advantage? I won't do. Found me. Never hesitate.
Well, you guys are either going to get kited to death, or you will get in their face and they will die.
You can't run. Unscathed. Found me. Unscathed. Bending the rules. Not fear. I won't do. You need to get stronger. Forever. Triumph. Victory is inevitable. Don't let me down. You can't run. Never hesitate. Time for a lesson.
Oh, see how much more clean that is?
The fearless knows not fear. Bending the rules. Forever. Triumphant. Victory is inevitable. Time for a lesson.
Okay, let's see. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Alright, we got one potential piece today. Not bad. Typically we go for days and days without actually getting anything potentially good, which is kind of wild. Like if I sort by date obtained, can I sort by date obtained? No, I can't. Does it replace S with Z Day? Yeah, another streamer that is closely connected to this channel. His whole like gimmick is he says and spells all the words that have S in them with Z's. So instead of Discord, it's Discord. And there are a bunch of other like gimmicks in the stream as well, but that's one of them. It's every day since I've been converted. Yeah, that's what happens when you don't stream as much. Your viewers find new homes. That's okay. I'm also always at Mystery Man's stream as well. Okay, head to the Vortex of Genesis is what we're supposed to do next. I guess I'm actually curious to see if that one other piece is actually any good. Not for any of the characters that I use, but a follow-up character that's HP based. This could be like a future Blade piece, maybe? And I guess if I like don't roll into any of the other pieces, it could still be good. Nope, trash. Oh well. So close to greatness. 3-line relic, not sure what the 4th line will be. Oh man, that'd be so nice. I mean, it doesn't matter that much because I just end up using the level 3s to power up my level 0s. Like, why do I even have this? Crit rate and break effect? This isn't useful. This is a 4-liner that could be good. Let me see what my other hand pieces are actually. Can I not? Oh, I can filter it to hands the other way. Oops. Here we go. So let's see. 2 and 2, that's completely useless. I don't even know why I still have that. That's pretty much trash. Three and 1? Okay, so this could potentially be better than what I currently have on my Topaz. So there's hope for it. Let's go ahead and move it all the way up. Nope. Worst possible relic. Alright, compared to that, crit rate and crit damage with HP percent. Crit rate with crit damage. Only one bad roll. Only one bad roll. This has slight potential. Two bad rolls, useless. Alright, we're going for only one bad roll. Oops. Okay, only one bad roll so far. Two bad rolls. It was a 4-liner to begin with, though, so it actually is on par with some of the other pieces, because it still has 2 rolls into crit rate and 1 into crit damage. So it's better than some of these other ones that I have. Well, it's a side grade from some of the other ones that I have. I might actually put this on my Jingyuin and then steal the crit rate from somewhere else. Attack percent and speed. Let's see what the last piece here is. I'm not gonna be able to find out without just sending it. I guess I could do it this way. Nope, can't. Alright, full send it. Only one bad roll. Okay, so far only one bad roll, but that's not worth it. It wasn't crit rate or anything like that, so speed and crit rate. No, that's not the one. This is the one that's good, right? Yeah, let's actually lock this one in. Where's the one I just leveled up? I guess it's like sorted weird for whatever reason. I guess I can filter to not locked. No? Okay, I don't know what happened to that other piece. Oh, it's because I still have it locked. That's why. Alright, one bad roll. Two bad rolls. This was a 3-liner. This was a 4-liner though, so it still has potential to be a side grade. But I'm also out of experience points now, so you just kind of move on. 4 speed. So I'd be losing 10 crit damage, but gaining crit rate. Eventually, I'm working towards having my genuine move to crit damage body. So it'll eventually like even out. Just like lose a little bit here and there, over and over again. Like this one's pretty good. But the issue also is that at some point in time, I actually am going to just end up losing out on crit rate and crit damage. Because you only gain like 60 from a crit damage body piece. And some of these pieces that I already have are kind of broken. We're aiming for 70 crit rate abouts. Because I get 10 from my trace and then 20 from Sunday. So this is 93, 174, which is alright. The issue is that in addition to this, I also get the crit damage bonus from Sunday and also the 36 extra crit damage from the planner set. So I actually want to be like really, really close to 100% because missing a crit is really bad, but it's not that bad for Sunday because he has like 10 hits on all of his moves. Almost lost my team pushing Reggie at 210. That's the classic. So I want like 5 more crit rate if I can get it. That's like 2 more crit rate. This potentially could be better than what I've got. It's unlikely, but possible. This is worth a reroll. I only got 1 roll into crit rate. If I did another one, it's better to just craft another one, because this is kind of bad already. Oh, this would be a really nice reroll. I could like block the bad stats. Does it even have crit rate? It does have crit rate. Oh, I have a lot of like high potential pieces down here. I'm gonna have to take some time to level those up. So these aren't any good, but these, like, these have potential. Alright, what's the team we're using for today? We're doing Cipher and Hyacine's thing today, so we should probably use them, right? Let me take a team slot that is kind of mostly a meme right now. This one's good. Let's see, so I want Cipher in here in some capacity. I've been really feeling... I mean, I don't know why I'm bothering making a team when it's not like we're actually going to fight anything ever. I've been really liking Kafka plus Cipher. Like, this core is really, really strong because Hyacine lowers the enemy's defense and attack stat and increases their vulnerability. And Cipher increases or decreases their defense and their attack. And then Kafka gets energy every time he hits an enemy that with lower defense. And I'll throw in Tribby as well. We'll go sustainless because we're not going to fight anything anyway. Oop, I actually have to enable the team. And now, let's go on to the story. So where we last left off, Anaxa died, and Casterus is now the ruler of the underworld. That's the gist of what happened. Not going to go into details, it's all on YouTube.
I miss them as I miss fleeting foams.
And there are only 2 more core flames to get. I think that's Time and Sky. I vaguely remember all this happening half a year ago. Collect your thoughts. What should you go? Try Metagross. I think the only all-rounder you don't have, you have Empoleon. I don't know, Phalanx. Alright, so here's a little story recap because, you know, it's been 6 whole weeks since the last time anyone did the story, right? I recently learned that I like tap the X button to like move on to the next bit of text when there's no voiceover. I recently learned that I can actually press circle instead, and then if there's a dialogue option, I won't automatically choose the top one. So that's going to be kind of a game changer, new technology. Okay, so it's not... This is passage, right, for Tribby, okay. So she's already, like, had that for a while. Wait, I guess time is passage. That doesn't make sense. I thought that... I guess it's passage of time. Then what are the other things, then? What am I thought Ornix was the guy of time, not Janus. Why are they saying time here? I guess I became the demigod of time around the same time that Trian died, so that's why they're talking about this here. And even though there's no option here for time, so reasons with Circe's and Naxa. And death, Castorus. Thanatos. So then the other ones from left to right, that looks like Phagoras? Phagoras? The ocean. And I can't really see that icon from here. It's probably love. Death. Was that passage? No. Okay, so actually that one is not Phages because the chalice overflowing is actually ocean. I don't know what this trident is. Maybe it's law? No, but wouldn't law be the scales balanced? Oh, strife, the lance of strife. That makes sense. How many more goodbyes will the journey of trailblazing entail? Question whether you'll express each goodbye with heartfelt emotion. I'm sure it won't be so bad. Your thoughts sink into the ocean. You recall how Amphorius cherishes epics, using stories to soothe their sorrows. Technically, this is an epic. You know, we came into the story in the middle. There's a divine intervention. And it kind of does tell the origin of a people. Maybe it's not technically an epic. I guess you could stretch it to call it an epic. Too easily distracted. Had zero time for treasure hunting, and last time I was in Styxia. Yeah, because the treasure chest kept on disappearing right in front of us. Yeah, forget the past for now. It only brings sorrow. Let's look towards the future.
Oh, Styxia's moonlight is so beautiful. And the River of Souls is so quiet. It's like everything that happened was just a dream. I wonder if Cass is doing okay on the other side. If I write a letter and put it in a drift bottle, Will she be able to read it? You're right. We promised Cass that we continue the flame chase journey, so we can't let her worry. Now's not the time to feel down. We gotta pull ourselves together. By the way, it was Miss Cipher who asked us to come here. But where has she gone? Huh? Yes, and this aura feels so familiar. Let's go check it out together. Be very careful. I have a bad feeling about this.
Sonic Cross Worlds is out, and it has Hatsune Miku and Joker from Persona 5. I did hear about that game a little bit, not too much. All the Sonic games look like they're kind of interesting to play.
Hey, what's that on the ground? Should we pick it up? Careful, careful. It's
Oh
a
boy.
piece of black cloth. Now, where have I seen this before?
Oh, come on, Mim. It's a Flame Reaver. Did someone rip off a piece of my clothes?
What? No, your clothes are perfectly fine. Could this be from the Flame Reaver's cloak? Why is it here? Mimi! Look out!
Ooh, do we get to fight? Nah, no way. Is it finally time for me to bow out?
Don't give up just like that! Let's try our best to deal with them for now, and we'll slip into the past with time's power as soon as we can.
The river of souls
Ooh, he can talk.
is full of fish, big and delicious.
What?
Yeah, what? Oh, it's Cipher.
The flame chase journey starts.
In disguise, maybe?
Yeah.
Yep. No fight. The Flame Reaver gone mad.
Well, we already knew about the mad part, but are we still in danger?
Did she steal his cloak and sword? Leave it to the demigod of trickery.
Sorry, I couldn't pass on the chance to give you two a good scare.
But what would happen if we, like, immediately started attacking? I would guess that Cipher would totally body us because Finon was easily able to beat us, and Cipher's been a demigod for longer. So, and she's like super fast and like has the ability to like stop time and whatnot.
Don't run! I'm the real Cipher. The real one. Come on, don't be upset. I'm just giving you a kind reminder that Emphorius isn't safe at all. The whole place is full of dangers, including that swordmaster. Make sure you stay on your toes, no matter where you are.
Also, I'm pretty sure that Aglaya would beat us. I mean, it's implied in the story that Aglaya would easily defeat us. And My Day. And she should be about the same strength anyway. I'm so strong, I don't need your reminder.
Really? But just a minute ago, that gray hair of yours was all standing up. You You were so scared.
So, was that a Flame Reaver disguise? Or a magic trick? It looked so real. Is that the power of the trickery demigod?
But also, how did you get the torn cloth?
Disguise? No. It's not as simple as that. Let me think about how to explain this. For example, what did you think when you realized that piece of cloth came from the Flame Reaver's cloak?
We thought that maybe the Flame Reaver was around here somewhere?
That's right. And then you heard some footsteps. What did you think when that happened?
Well, we thought it must be the Flame Reaver coming this way.
Yep, exactly. I just used some hints and, mental suggestions to help you believe in a lie. Lies are what Zagreus is best at. If everyone believes in a lie, then it becomes reality.
That's your ultimate
A
statement.
power to make lies into reality? That's got all my hair standing up.
With enough believers, lies become reality. And you're telling us everything just like that?
You think I might be lying? No need. The seamstress trusts you for a reason. Someone as honest as you couldn't trick me even if you wanted to. So, there's no harm in telling you. Besides, we still need to team up to go treasure hunting, right? Let's wrap up here. It's time to get going. Oh, was that your teleslate?
Alright, now that you've walked to this dialogue marker, time to go to this next dialogue marker. Let's go to the grove. Yeah, okay. Time to go to the next dialogue marker.
Aren't you a popular one? But I got to you first, so help me with the treasures, and then I'll send you two to the grove. Live handsomely. You mean spend all this money? That's so not why I hunt for treasures. Don't forget, I'm a demigod too. And there's a line reserved for me in that stupid prophecy as well. You shall walk with greed and die over petty change.
Well, that's unfortunate.
But I don't believe in that. As long as I keep collecting treasures, then I won't need to care about petty change. And as long as I don't hurt other people when I get what I want, I won't be walking with greed. Right? Isn't that simple? So, as long as I keep going down this path, all those predestined prophecies and fates will never catch up to me. That was a long speech. I'm getting thirsty at this rate. The treasures of Styxia aren't gonna float up on their own. Come on, Grey Mystery. Show me what the authority of time can do.
It does kind of make you wonder about prophecy. Like, obviously, it never works out for the person.
So, this is the car of the Astral Express you've spoken of. My repository of memories has been enriched with another fascinating piece of information.
Hey, look, it's my good friend Lygus.
For meeting me here, Lord Darnhow.
I'm surprised a council elder like yourself would be willing to journey so far to inspect the Express.
Archimans hold wisdom and knowledge in high esteem. If the citizens knew of your origins, I'm sure more would be intrigued by the Trailblaze. Sadly, discussions about the world beyond the sky remain taboo. It's been quite some time since you first arrived in Arkham. Presumably, you've been looking for a way to leave ever since.
I've been actively gathering clues and testing different things.
Wait, hang on. I just realized that Dan Heng is
The
talking.
more I find out, the more powerless I feel.
Wow, this is our first time hearing Dan Heng speak since 3.0. Like, he didn't even speak in 3.0. His voice actor was affected by the SAG-AFTRA voice actor guild strike. So we haven't heard him like all of this year, I think. Soak it in.
Don't be too hard on yourself, my lord. This puzzle has stumped Emphorius' scholars for centuries. It isn't something you can solve overnight. Even someone as gifted as yourself.
In the Grove, I discovered extensive research on the Sky Titan. It appears that many scholars from Emphorius believe the taboo against the world beyond the sky stems from a curse cast by Aquila.
Exactly. Of the 12 Titans of Emphorius, Aquila is known for being the most capricious. The weather itself reflects their mood. Tranquil sunshine, mournful rain. Aquila's breath is a brisk wind, and their cries resound as thunder in a storm.
Additionally, Aquila is one of the 2 Titans whose core flames have yet to be returned.
The sky above affects every citizen. It's clear that Lady Aglaya's decision to confront Aquila at the end of the Flame Chase journey was a carefully considered strategy.
If returning Aquila's core flame can break the sky's curse, we won't have to exhaust ourselves searching for a way back. We can simply focus on aiding the Chrysos heirs.
Anti-Catherians have no home to return to, so I understand your concern for your old friends and homeland. I used anti-Catherian technology, or scanning, as you might call it, to assess this car. Assuming my judgment is correct, I might be able to conduct a thorough overhaul of its power systems.
Oh, I'm gonna fix her
Really?
ship.
But
Of course, that's only if you, my lord, permit me to interact with it.
by all means, please, proceed. But be careful. The Express's thrusters are extremely delicate.
You honor me with your trust. I will be very careful.
This is unbelievable. You seem to understand its structure perfectly. Have you repaired something like this before?
Not exactly, but we Anti-Catherians are inherently sensitive to machinery. Carefully endowed our kind with a unique advantage for analyzing and learning. If you give me some time, I might be able to fully restore this damaged car to its former glory. Then you and your esteemed companion could set off on your return journey sooner.
And don't stop helping the Chrysosayers?
But isn't the real issue with Aquila?
Hypothetically, Lord Donham, if I could open up a path out of Emphorius that circumvents Aquila's divine punishment, would you consider ceasing your support for the Flame Chase journey?
No, Trailblazers. Gonna Trailblaze.
I don't understand. Does the Council of Elders possess some secret means of counteracting divine punishment?
It's best if you don't delve too deeply into that question, my lord. All you need to know is, I can make it happen.
maybe this is not a decision by the Council of Elders, but rather his personal wish.
The crucial point is, if you and your companion are unwilling to halt your support for the Chrysos heirs, it could offend certain interests.
Certain interests?
Forgive me, Lord Lygus, but I must be frank. When visiting Dawncloud, I reviewed the records of many council elders. Among them, only your background was nearly blank. I'd like to accept your goodwill, but given such a mysterious background and motives, anyone cautious would have doubts.
Your prudence impresses me, just as expected.
Uh-oh.
Are these people?
A secret society?
Is this a trap? Is that why you accompanied me here?
Wonder if Donhung could win this.
Please don't misunderstand, Lord Donhung. As the Theoros, I have no allegiance to their plans, nor am I obliged to obstruct them. I am neutral.
I mean, Lygus threatened
Out of
Herta.
respect for you, I hope to offer a peaceful solution to ensure the safety of you and your companion.
These guys look like they could be
Just to confirm,
4-star characters.
if things turn ugly later, will you help?
I will not. As I said, I remain neutral.
Donhung thinks he can take the 4 of them. Alright.
Are you asking this because you plan to refuse my offer and continue supporting the Chrysos heirs?
You weren't wrong about one thing, Lord Lygus. Indeed, we must try to return to our companions. But our companions now also include the flame-chasing Chrysos heirs. The Nameless cannot and will not ignore the fate of our companions.
So I see. This is what you call trailblazing.
Yep, I knew it. Trailblaze is gonna trailblaze.
When I asked if you'd help, I meant the ones who need help are them.
I knew he thought that. Why is Finon fighting Flame Reaver in the Grove?
You have such overwhelming powers. Why?
Didn't he just text us?
Answer me. Why do you stand in our way? Why do you want to take the core flames?
Oh no! He can't hold on anymore! Drag him back here, friend! Are you okay?
I'm okay. I can handle that kind of hit now. But a few months
Does he have a
ago,
new
that
scar
would've
on his
knocked me
neck?
out.
Has that always been there? Left side underneath his little choker?
Thanks for worrying, buddy. Thanks for the help. To face Aquila and other potential threats. I
Oh,
must
maybe we were
sharpen
using the
myself
power
with
of
the
time
most
to
aggressive
put him
methods.
back so that he could fight the Flame Reaver in the
Even
past.
so, it's impressive you thought of this training method. Battling the phantoms of the past in the River of Time? It's just like the hyperbolic time sanctum that the forests describe.
Yeah, the hyperbolic time chamber.
It's working pretty well, wouldn't you say? But combat isn't just about strength and skill. You also need the right weapon. Compared to that guy's weapon, mine feels like I'm swinging a lump of iron. I can't tell you how many swords I've gone through since the training began.
So apparently we've been doing this for months, I guess? Because he said that a month ago I would not have been able to take a hit like that.
It's a good thing Gartonis is the finest blacksmith in Amphorius. I asked him to make a suitable divine weapon for me. It's a little embarrassing to say this, but in order to help me, he deliberately turned down all other business.
Time moves really weirdly
After all.
in Amphorius. It's like, have you ever seen Interstellar? We're like in a super high gravity near a black hole situation. Because if you remember, like, all of 3.0 happened, and then, like, during that time, Madame Herta, like, walked down a hallway, basically. And then, like, all of 3.1 happened, and during that time, Herta, like, booted up her computer or something like that, and was interrupted by Sunday and Welt. And, like, every time a new story event happens, it's always, like, some time later, some weeks later, some months later. Like, there's no way that, you know, March and Himiko and Welt are just kind of stranded above Amphorius for, like, multiple years, just kind of looking down at it. We must have some sort of, like, time compression stuff going on here. Which is kind of interesting, like, in theory, they could, like, say they could reveal at the end of all this that all this has just happened over the course of 1 week. Or, like, even, like, 5 hours or something silly like that.
But, Finon, I've been somewhat concerned about you. Lately, you seem more and more fixated on that swordmaster in black.
That's quite the sudden shift in topic.
I've been holding this question in for a long time. You're getting stronger, but seeds of unrest are also growing in me.
I mean, if you want to get stronger, you fight the strongest
Don't worry.
opponent.
I'm not wielding my sword for revenge. She's been through Nikodor's trial and understands. Those who can't walk out of the shadows of their past are ultimately weak. Times have changed. The responsibility I bear is both precious and fragile.
Oh, the last two
wield my
are
sword
world
for the
bearing.
future
So
of
it's
Amphorius.
Aquila and
I will not let
Kefali.
hatred cloud my judgment again and neglect my duties. You're right, partner. As of now, I'm not able to handle that swordmaster on my own. I still need the help of my friends. Every time I say something, things get so serious. I don't want to be the person who keeps bringing the mood down. I'm out of energy for training today. How about we go to the library of Philia to lighten the mood?
Sure, that's what I've been looking forward to. We deserve to enjoy ourselves after all the hard work. Today, I'm definitely going to... Oh, great idea! However, that would mean no more reasons to visit the Grove.
That's the charm of this place. You can find whatever you're into here. The three of us might not be into scholarly books, but we could still spend an entire day at the library of Philia.
What? have control of my character? It's only been 30 minutes. I don't think this is the right place. It was not. Wait, it is actually the right place. I went the wrong direction. Think those enemies want to stand up and maybe fight me? Ooh, okay, there are enemies here.
Open your throat. Be intoxicated. You'll fight so I can leave early. Stand still. You can't run. Sync with me.
Combat.
For tomorrow, onward!
Hey there, Cheesy. No damage taken. Truly running. It's a sight to behold, isn't it? Ooh, more enemies.
Does that hurt?
Oh, there's so many enemies.
Found me. Relax. Stand still. You can't run. Offer you a requiem. Be intoxicated. Good times. Time to say bye. Boom. Found me. Say bye to breathing. I'll take it off. Relax. You can't run. Stand still. Don't let waves open your throat.
Let's look at these stats, right? So, minus 24 defense. .40 vulnerability. 15 attack down. 25 defense down. So that's like 49 defense down. 40% vulnerability. But then on top of that, we have like 24% res pin. And I don't even have like Triby's ultimate state up yet. And if I had that, then that would be an extra 30% vulnerability for a total of 60.
Sync with me. May as well kill him. The human body is beautiful in its fragility.
I wonder if I can get all of them together.
Any fish taking the bait?
I could if I could aim right.
Any fish taking the bait?
Oh, it like doesn't actually go in a reasonable direction. So I could do this if I swapped over to Facial, maybe.
Let's see. All together. Relax.
7. I don't think I've ever had 7 before.
Stand still. You can't run. The fearless knows not fear.
Oh, I think they all die going forward. No, Facial, what have you done? You're too powerful.
Yeah, it's over already. Fast enough for you?
That was pretty fast, alright.
Will the prophecy?
Hyacine actually has a bonus text when added with Tribby. Let's hear it, cause I've never heard it before actually.
Will the prophecy be melodious or discordant this time?
I like kind of regret killing them all in one blow, but also I've never gotten a combo of 7 before, so that's like a new high score. I could have gotten 10. I'll probably come back for to get a 10 next time at some point, but for now, since I actually have the chance to fight things, I'll probably just fight them normally.
You want to take advantage? Come to me. Relax. Found me. Stand still. Be intoxicated. The delightful feed ends for now. Don't fight, so I'll take it off. Relax. You can't run. Stand still. Sync with me. Relax. Found me. Good times. Time to say bye.
I actually needed him to not die.
Stand still.
Kind of worked out in the end anyway. If all 4 of them had been up, then I would have gotten my ultimate charged instantly. Just the overbearing power of Kafka with Hyacines right now. Technically, I actually don't even need Cipher for the setup because...
Here we are! Where was that slate last time? Was it here? Or maybe over here? I'm off to have some fun! It's free time now, so you should relax too.
The last... what was I saying? I don't actually need Cipher on this because Hyacines already lowers the defense by an appropriate amount, or any amount actually is all that matters, because you gain energy every time you attack an enemy that's with defense down with the light cone before the tutorial mission begins. But defense is weird, in which like the more you stack it, the better it is, up until you get to hit 100. Like vulnerability, like if you go from 0% vulnerability to 100% vulnerability, you're doing double damage. But if you're at 100% vulnerability and then you go to 200% vulnerability, then that's only an additional 50% damage, and so on. So like every new vulnerability is actually worse than the last vulnerability. But defense is not like that. Oops. I should not be destroying things. I'll just have it. See destructible object, destroy a destructible object. Defense gives you more defense down, gives you more and more damage right up until you hit 100, and then you're capped, and everything more over 100 is wasted. Kafka seems really strong. They just buffed her. She was probably going to be really strong anyway with Hyacines, but they made her like really, really, really strong recently. It's like so these are kind of the adjustments that they used to have. So it used to be that my skill would detonate all of the damage over time effects that are currently on the main target, but then they buffed it so it actually hits the main target and adjacent targets and detonates all their dots. And then the ultimate is fine, although I think that it used to only it only used to give do the shock damage for the ultimate, and now it does everything. But her trace used to be the opposite. So like you used to have a trace that made it so that when you use your ultimate, it makes all the dots apply instead of just shock. So now this trace and the old ultimate are combined into just the ultimate, and now this new trace is allies that have effective hit rate over 75% give themselves an attack rate increase of 100, which is pretty nice. Are you hearing the weird buzz again? Oh, that buzzwole, not the buzzing in the microphone. And then the talent now triggers up to 2 times per turn instead of once per turn. And it used to be only based off of basic attack, and now it's based off of any attack. So all that is to say that it's she's really, really good. She attacks a lot now. She used to attack like twice per turn when the ally uses a basic attack, and she had like limited synergies. And now she's like really, really, really good. Over the past few months, like how long is it between each of these stories? Like we're just lollygagging while the Astral Express crew is just like doing whatever. Like it's clearly been more than a year at this point, or whoever knows how long it's been. Like what's going on with time? Because we first came here just last patch, I think. We went to the Grove with Anaxa, or we went to the Grove with Castris and found Anaxa, and then brought him back to... no, it was 2 patches ago where we first came here. How many games are you at now, Chomper? So I know that, you know, since you already started a new profile, a lot of the people you fought for a while were just like super new or just bots. My professor can't possibly be this shy. That's a really awful reference. Because the manga that they're referencing is My Little Sister Can't Possibly Be This Cute. One Punch Man is a good reference. And I don't know what this one is. Forbidden Love, The Tree and the Butterfly? I don't know what they're referencing for that one. $1,000? Okay. You're getting up there. That's a lot. I mean, she's only like halfway to her old account, right? I'm not reading all this. This is such a wall of text. Apparently it was disappointing. Yeah, you're halfway there. And let's go to One Punch Man. I'm not reading all that either. I know that the reading is really good. Like, I used to read all the stuff in the Herta Space Station, but I was doing all that off stream. And it was funny. Like, it was enjoyable. But, yeah, we'd be here literally all day reading this stuff. I wanted to watch One Punch Man, but it wasn't on Crunchyroll, so I started My Hero Academia, and now My Hero is my favorite anime. One Punch Man is... you can watch that on Netflix, I think? I know that I've watched it, and I don't have Crunchyroll. Although I plan on getting it pretty soon. I'm almost done. I'm almost caught up with the My Hero anime. I'm down to like 3 episodes left. I'm at like the big fight at the end. Well, I don't know if it's actually the end because I have 3 episodes left. Maybe they'll have an even bigger bad for next season if there is a new season. Used to be able to watch on Netflix, but they removed it. Okay, I see.
I wonder what Finan and Men were reading. Let's take a closer look.
Well, I know the type of website you're talking about. You can like download full-on movies or watch certain shows or whatever, and they like try to get you by popping up ads all over the place, and they also probably are adding like all kinds of trackers onto your computer, so be sure to like, you know, scan yourself for, you know, malware and not malware. What am I thinking of? Spyware, because that'll slow down your computer over time.
Month of cultivation, curtain fall hour, a time to feast on greens, but poor time for fishing. Oh, then again, are there even any spots left to fish in Amphorius these days?
I mean, it doesn't matter. Are you into fishing?
You scared me! Bursting into someone's world like that can really catch them off guard. Well, jokes. There's nothing here. I'll go look elsewhere.
Something's odd about men. What are they flipping through?
Let's avoid mem just so in case they accidentally trigger on approach.
Well, I thought I felt a draft just now. Peeking isn't polite, my friend. In front of you all. That would be pretty careless. Here, look, I'm reading this. Antiques Appraisal. How to make a fortune.
That was one of the first things we learned about him. Because one of the first events was Antique Appraisal in Akama.
No way. I've invested almost all my savings into this hobby.
Oh no, fine on.
I've spent a lot of time pondering how Aglaia became such an effective leader. Beyond the intangible qualities like personality and ethics, a major reason is her family wealth. That's the perk of growing up in a big city, isn't it? For those of us in the sticks, luck doesn't come as easily. It's 30% grind, 70% fate. Oops, talk too much. As a leader, you need both integrity and integrity and skill.
Wealth is a skill.
Oh, these cards are so detailed and fine. Ruler, weaver, traveler, healer.
He's into tarot?
But the interpretation for each card is so long. Do I have to memorize them
So,
all?
weather patterns, tarot.
What a coincidence! We meet again. Guess we're fated to be together, huh? But you must be busy, so I won't bother you for now. Hope your day, every day, is joyful.
I mean, I personally would have gotten the hit
Suspicious. Not like their usual self.
and just let her be, but apparently we are destined to keep on pestering her. Hey, what you reading? Hey, what you reading?
You sure are persistent. All right. I'm totally helpless against your charm.
What are you guys chatting about? Is this
So loud.
Glorious Divination Compendium?
Why are you here too?
Sorry, seeing you two chasing each other around, I suddenly found my book not that appealing anymore. Never thought Mem would be into divination. But it's not exactly a niche hobby, so why all the secrecy?
I wanted to set up a surprise. Master it in secret and give you all a shock.
She really is
Getting
filling in the
caught
march.
halfway through, it's only natural I'd feel shy. A girl's heart is more delicate than Aquila's ever-changing moods.
Yeah, she's like all through and through March 7th.
A surprise, huh? Someone else used to tell me the same. She was really good at stargazing and divination, especially with cards. Yeah, just like the ones you're looking at.
And you must be pretty familiar with all sorts of divination techniques with a friend like that.
No, I know nothing about it. I've never really believed in using cards or bones to predict the future. If the good omens foretold by divination were true, my hometown, Hyades Elysiae, wouldn't have disappeared. Don't forget, we've got Lady Trina. Every other form of divination is just smoke and mirrors or cleverly rehearsed tricks compared to her flawless prophecies.
Are they really that flawless? Oh, I meant to say something about prophecies earlier, right? Before we got into another cutscene. But Cipher's plan of avoiding the prophecy altogether for the thousands of years that she has been doing so, it's kind of interesting, right? Because, you know, mythology would tell us that prophecies are prophecy, right? They're set in stone. But exactly when the prophecy happens doesn't seem to be that set in stone. Like, you think about Oedipus Rex, like, you know, you're going to kill your father and marry your mother. Like, maybe if the king had not done anything, then he would have killed his father and married his mother, like, earlier or sooner than he did. Maybe, I don't know, or later than he did. Who knows? Cipher saying that she'll walk with greed and then die over petty change. Like, and she's been saying, yeah, I'll just, like, act in this way all the time and just sidestep the prophecy. But I wonder if, you know, you had a prophecy that said you're going to die doing a particular thing, whether you'd be able to just, like, live life super recklessly, knowing that you're going to die by some prophecy instead, right? A example of this happened in Final Destination 2, where the group of the premise of the Final Destination movies is that, you know, some main character gets a premonition right before some event happens, and that premonition has everyone in the vicinity dying, and they make a huge commotion, and then some subset of the people end up escaping for whatever reason. So in the first movie, they were getting on a plane, the plane was going to explode, and then he freaked out, and TSA basically escorted him off the plane. So he and his classmates all survived that plane crash, but then basically there were prophecies in place that had them all die throughout the movie anyway. In Final Destination 2, there was going to be a highway pileup, and, you know, basically the main character freaks out and refuses to merge onto the on-ramp, and then all the people that are stuck in traffic behind her all survive, and then there's a prophecy they're all supposed to die throughout the movie. At one point in time, they discover that there's, like, an order in which they're supposed to die. And so, like, some of the characters are like, well, I'll just, like, die on my own terms. And they try to die on their own terms, and they can't because it's not their turn to die. But if you knew that was the case, then, like, you could just do, like, really crazy, weird stuff and, like, be fine. Like, you could just become, like, a professional lion tamer, or you could, like, I don't know, be the world's first person to be completely covered in fire ants. I mean, I guess that would be painful even if you didn't die. But, you know, if there were rules, hard rules in place that were tested and, like, turned out to be very true over the course of, like, experimentation, you know, you could try to take advantage of that and, like, live a life a certain kind of way, knowing that you can't possibly die until someone else dies. I was supposed to say that, like, 40 minutes ago, but just now remembered it because he's talking about prophecies and fates again.
To me, divination could be a power that guides our spirits. Fate always casts a shadow in front of us, clouding our view of the future. That's why people turn to divination. It's just to find a small reason to give them courage to face the unknown. Divination is only meaningful when there are both good and bad outcomes. Even bad omens serve as guidance. They can help keep us alert, right?
Strange. That person I knew used to say similar things. Looking back, whenever she interpreted a card for me, I couldn't help but feel uneasy. Even though I never believed in the outcomes. Maybe it was her tone. Cyrene. She could paint a complete fantasy so vividly, it utterly captivated me as a child. Right, I still carry a card she once used. Do you want to see it?
Oh, wow! It's so exquisite! I'd love to have a
I use
card
those
like
in
that.
Divergent Universe.
Oh, now that you mention it, yes. It would be even better if it were made of, say, crystal.
Speaking of which, partner, there's something I haven't shared with you all. Remember our first trip to the Temple of the Three Fates? The riddle that Orin exposed to us?
I do not. Not even close.
Who's there? You are...
The Council of Elders Assassins.
These folks are up to no good.
Black clothing, masks decorated with golden blood. Are they cleaners?
Cleaners?
To directly call us by our name, it seems you, Lord Finan, have studied the forgotten history of Amphorius quite thoroughly.
This is my actual reaction. What's being clean? Clothes, cars? Can I, like, get a slightly more decorated captain and, like, start fixating on how they could be a 4-star with a name?
Your friend seems quite interested in us. Perhaps you could explain, Lord Finan. It would be the polite thing. We can't
You guys
let
don't
our
stand a
esteemed
chance.
guests pass away without understanding.
During the Chrysos War, to combat the Chrysos heirs, several cities formed an underground assassin squad called the Cleaners. Their task was to erase anyone with golden blood from existence. Assassination, poisoning, political persecution. They would do anything to achieve their objective.
Well, this historical perspective seems biased, glossing over the Chrysos heirs' abuse of divine powers and their blatant initiation of war in order to defame our predecessors. Could you disclose the name of the author behind this popular legend, Lord Finan? I'd hate for the innocent children of Akamar to be tainted by such slanted narratives.
You should have stayed buried in the dust of history. The Citizens' Assembly has once again legitimized the mission of the Chrysos heirs. But as for you, not one citizen would cast their vote for you. Executioners lurking in the shadows.
He's gonna be like, yeah, they totally did vote
What does
for
it
us. That's why
matter?
we're here.
We've long since stopped expecting to be understood. People have become too accustomed to peace, and they've forgotten the disasters that arose from allowing generations of the Chrysos heirs to rule.
I mean, they kind of have a point, because when all of this is done, Finan is going to, like, reset the world, which, you know, great, there's no more black tie or whatever, but, like, does it really matter if everyone that's currently alive, like, dies and comes back in a new form? Like, they're not really the same person. I mean, they're kind of the same person, but I don't know. Maybe they want to preserve the fake life they've got already.
Did you really travel all the way to the Grove just to have an argument?
I enjoy dealing with people as straightforward as you, Lord Finan. You've probably figured out why we've come before you.
No, besides the fact you want to fight. Like, if you don't want to fight, then I don't know why you're not here. Yeah, like, you need like 20 of you guys.
Keep your cool, partner. They've come out of the shadows, which suggests they have something up their sleeves. Let's hear it. What are you hiding? But watch your language and don't say anything you might regret. My shoulders might be sore and my sword a tad dull, but it's still enough to slice off your tongues.
You can keep that information to yourself. You don't have to like tell them that you're fatigued right now. I know there's absolutely no way that we fight those guys at any point in the story, because I've already gone through all of the MOCs that have existed during this patch's time frame, and they were not any of the enemies in there.
It's a bit small, but the lighting is perfect.
Even though they totally could. We fought miners in Bellabog, and we fought Silvermane guards. So we could totally fight the cleaners, too.
Thank you, Lady Treeby. With this, the Twilight Courtyard can be reborn in Akuma. Do you like it here too, little Ika?
It's so bright here. Maybe you should rename it? How about Luminous Courtyard?
Lady Treeby makes a good point. But Twilight Courtyard carries the long history of the descendants of the sky, and I'd like it to continue.
Right. How does the legend go again?
Maybe the next time we're in control of our characters, we'll end the stream. It's almost midnight.
Even Lady Treeby forgets things.
We just haven't prepared lessons in a while now, so we're a bit rusty. Just give us some time and we'll remember. Ah, now we remember. Kremnos and the Firmament, Volume 3, Section 5.
That's funny. I feel like she just knew it all along. I mean, I know that they're so old that they're starting to have memory issues, but, you know, that could have been an opportunity for her to just say, like, oh yeah, tell me that story again.
With Seliosi, the Day Thunder Knight, striking down the Eye of Twilight, the divine war between Nikador and Aquila, which spanned centuries, came to an end. Thereafter, the Skyfolk gradually declined. Numerous sky fortresses were abandoned, and their descendants began to establish themselves on the land. Finally, those descended from Seliosi the Day Thunder Knight were welcomed by the scholars under Circes and established the Twilight Courtyard in the Grove. The historical records seem slightly at odds with our memories, but the details from that time have become somewhat hazy to us.
How do you remember it?
Oh, I forgot. For Lady Treeby, history is more than just words on a page. It's something you've personally lived through.
Story, the answer is Steve. Get with the times. It probably is. I think that the last time I did a tier list on Smash Ultimate was like right after Steve came out. Also, although I did see someone named Ashimo who played Ryu totally destroyed Aquila Steve. I think that they go back and forth. But the main person that was defeating Aquila for a long time was Yoshidora on the Yoshi. I think that that's like a pretty good matchup for it, but I can't remember whether Yoshidora stopped competing or whether Aquila just got better. I mean, Aquila's like also 10 years old. He's not actually 10, he's like 16, but you know, these kids are so good at the game these days.
sure you're also imagining one day you'll be as awe-inspiring as the winged beasts by Celiosi's side. That day will come. I believe it. Just keep growing. Lord Crediros?
Miss Hyacine. And Lady Treby. Good to see you're doing all right. I heard from the citizens you were nearby and came to check.
Doing all right. What's going on, Crediros?
There's been another violent incident at the market. A shop was smashed and looted. It's the third time this week.
How can this be? I always thought that with Lady Aglaya here, Akama would remain peaceful.
That was true in the past. But these days, forgive my bluntness, her senses may not be as sharp as they once were.
They keep saying that, but
In my
they
opinion,
need to show it.
malevolent forces have noticed the slack in the Golden Threads and are now plotting to exploit the opportunity.
The Citizens' Assembly just wrapped up. Why is there still unrest?
The Chrysos heir is won by only one vote, Lady Treby. From my years of experience, a narrow victory often walks hand in hand with unrest.
You can say that again.
Trouble! Miss Hyacine! Trouble!
Clementine. Take a breath.
I'll take it. You can be a 4-star
What's
too.
going on?
Named character.
Please, something terrible has happened at Marmorial Palace!
What is it, Doctor? Calm yourself and talk us through.
And she's a doctor. Alright, abundance 4-star.
Lady Aglaya! It's Lady Aglaya who's in trouble.
The assassins got to her too. Moments ago.
I still remember. This bath that overlooks the entire palace was built by the Council of Elders 900 years ago. Its purpose was to commemorate the first Flame Chase journey, and to remember the heroes who made great sacrifices for Amphorius a millennium ago. Rules were set then. No one was allowed to enter, apart from guests invited by the Gold Weaver. But, I guess, you're no longer pretending to follow the rules, are you, Lady Kindness?
Oh. Couldn't win by democracy.
Aglaya. You ageless witch, hiding behind a divine facade to deceive mortals. We've been far too kind with you.
Kind? There's no need to use such a word to cover up your incompetence. Anaxagoras humiliated all of you before the citizens. If you still had any shred of shame, you'd throw yourselves from Dawn Cloud at the curtainfall hour to salvage the last fragments of your dignity.
Demigod, why not gaze into the water's reflection and see the wretched face you wear now?
Yep, that looks so wretched.
These days you're not only blind, but also deaf. The cleaners were born for this moment. When all orders, rules, and laws fail to restrain you, it's time for the dagger to pass judgment.
If you're in such a hurry, give it a try.
Going toe-to-toe with a demigod? We're not that foolish. The dagger isn't at your throat, but...
gravest accusation is that my humanity is fading. And you claim my concern for mortal joys and sorrows is nothing but a facade. If that accusation holds, what makes you think the lives of these civilians will sway me in the slightest?
Fine. I'll gladly use a few more words to shatter that demigod facade of yours. Like I said, you're not only blind, but deaf too. Lately, your control over Akuma has weakened. You failed to notice the thefts we arranged in the market, nor did you catch wind of the meetings happening in the Tromas workshop. Plots are unfolding right under your nose, yet you remain indifferent. Humanity? Fading? Aglaya, why not use your precious golden thread to peer into my thoughts? See if the gift we've so meticulously prepared for you can move that cold demigod heart of yours.
Well, I'd rather you just say it out loud so that I can understand it myself, rather than you reveal it later on.
I only regret not being more ruthless, because your evil is beyond cure.
You finally figured it out. You have grown dull. I've been holding that image in my mind this whole time to make sure you could see it clearly.
I want you to have this knucklebone talisman, Big Sis. I hope it brings you luck every day and keeps you safe from bullies.
That girl who can't speak or hear. What if she accidentally lost her eyes too? You know better than anyone what it feels like to lose your sight. Imagine if 1,000 years ago you, already blind, had also lost your voice and hearing in your youth. Would you still have become the Aglaya you are today?
I mean, don't you have
Look
like
at those broken, pleading eyes. How disappointing. We overestimated your cunning.
So the issue that I have with this scenario here is they're threatening this one girl, and Aglaya presumably has golden threads all over the city, and even though they're weaker, they still exist. She should be able to find her pretty quickly. She has garment makers like all throughout everywhere that could basically work autonomously, even thousands of years after the fact. We found a couple in like Kratos Crimnos, we found some in the Grove, we found some like everywhere we've looked so far. They're pretty much automated. Like she could, at this point in time, use some golden threads, which are invisible to everybody, have some garment makers flank the little girl, protect her. Like, I don't think that these people are any threat to any of us. Like, they're not a threat to Dan Heng, they're not a threat to Finon for sure. They're not really a threat to Aglaya either, even with this bluff of hurting a small child instead.
If this plan fails, we still have
Okay, there we
dozens
go.
of splendid parting gifts prepared. Demigod, would you like to hear about
So this is a coordinated attack. Even if they don't get the little girl, they'll get other things as well.
I thought I could buy some more time. In these 1,000 years, I've witnessed the fall of 10 titans. From my naive arrogance at the beginning to slowly learning how to guide others. Now, it's time to let go. I should be grateful. Grateful that I've reached this moment. To let my departure become a path for others to follow. Have I done enough? If I embrace embrace that prophecy now and sink into the warmth of these waters. Will the wandering wind stop to mourn me, Cipher?
So she jumps from a millennium ago. Okay, so still no control over our characters.
Seamstress! I've come as promised. Look at this box full of gold and silver treasures. I bet there's stuff here you've never seen. Come on. As we agreed, I want to buy the most valuable clothes you have.
Little thief! You've got some nerve, barging into my shop dressed in those tattered rags. What have you brought? Let me see.
Here, take a look. Only the finest goods. See the sapphire? It's even more blue than Fagusa's eyes.
Oh, Fagusa was the name I was trying to remember. The ocean titan. Interesting thought here. I mean, I guess that we already kind of knew this, but you know, this was 1,000 years ago, right? So we remember that Tribi was a little girl, or Tribios was a little girl, and then she grew into a teenager, and then she stole the core flame and then split up into the Tribi that we know, the 1,000 Tribis that we know. But this is the first time we're seeing, like, a child of any other kind, I think. This is like child Cipher 1,000 years ago. And I guess she doesn't have the core flame of trickery yet, so maybe everyone stops aging once they get the core flame? Maybe that's what's going on? Maybe everyone ages to 21 and then stops aging? Because, you know, that's how all characters are designed. You just look super young. Hey there, Julian. Welcome on in.
Such exquisite luster. I've only seen an ocean's tear of this quality in my mother's treasury.
Wait. You've seen one before. And here I thought I'd leave you speechless. What a letdown.
It's just an old memory. My family estate all burned to ashes long ago. This workshop is what I built from scratch.
Wow. A daughter rebuilding her family business. How admirable. Enough with the jokes. At least you did get to enjoy those luxuries.
Mind your manners, kitty. Tell me, Cipher, where did you come from? And how did you acquire these treasures?
I won them fair and square in a bet. What? Do you doubt me? Speak up, seamstress. Give me a straight answer. Do you want these or not?
Strange. You're clearly lying to my face. But my golden thread doesn't tremble at all.
That's because I'm not lying. I've been telling the truth from the start.
Is that so? The scars and the mud stains on your face tell another story.
Come on. Can't we just do business without all this chatter? Don't worry. I didn't leave any evidence, so no one will bother you.
How can I trust a word you say when you're so skilled at lying?
Dealing with you rich people is such a pain. Always wasting my time.
Why did they draw her with her hair clipping through the
There are plenty of
robe?
others who do.
Like, that's so obvious. How did this get through QA? Did they review it at all? Am I the crazy one? Is the her hair is clearly clipping through the hood at the front, right? Is that just me? I'm just gonna pretend I didn't see it.
Hold on. Your treasure? I'll accept it. But these alone aren't enough to purchase the Gold Weaver's finest clothes. That said, I do have something that would suit you perfectly.
Oh. What do you have in mind?
Look. Come a bit closer.
Oh, it's shimmering gold. Absolutely stunning.
I suppose one explanation could be... There's no good explanation for it, but like, I guess if they drew her without the hood first and they added the hood as a layer on top of it, like maybe the hair isn't all one layer, but rather like multiple layers. That's like how it could happen very easily, but still, you just like look at it. You'd be like, oh, hey, here's the last couple of slides for the, you know, the 2-hour movie that is every story arc in this game. And you'd be like, hey, this is clipping.
Are the Gold Weaver's greatest treasures. Though not as valuable as the most precious gowns, they hold a magical power. Legend has it that Zagreus blessed these boots, allowing anyone who wears them to move swiftly and silently. Put them on, Cipher. Then don't get caught again. A face as lovely as yours deserves better protection.
You rich folks just love sticking your noses in everything, don't you? Well, I'm taking these now, so don't get any second thoughts.
What's wrong?
Do you have a smaller size? These are way too big for me.
Well, I suppose you'll have to grow into them.
So better not die, I guess. Bartholos.
Do you have to interrupt me in the middle of my story? Fake. What's fake?
Those boots definitely don't hold Zagreus' divine power. You're Amphorius' most cunning liar, and even you were fooled by a Goliath.
Watch your mouth, or I'll feed you to the fish in the river of souls. Weren't you curious how I got tangled up with that seamstress? Well, now you know. Satisfied?
I didn't expect such a simple story. How disappointing. But, boss lady, there's a chance Goliath wasn't trying to trick you?
You're defending her.
No. I just think the story's so moving. I'd be ashamed to ruin it with a lie. If I could cry, I'd be in tears right now.
Good thing you've still got a sharp tongue, or you'd have been stuck guarding someone's front door ages ago. Enough chit-chat. Let's take a look at this place. The city of Styxia. Look how beautiful she is. Let me take a good sniff of this air. This air, it's filled with the scent of treasure everywhere. Wonderful. Just wonderful. Thanks to Castorus and Grey Mystery, the ancient city's barrier was finally dispelled. Now that I think about it, helping them was well worth it. Time for treasure hunting, Barto! Lead the way, and whatever we find, we'll split 80-20.
Well, I have a suggestion. How about 70-30 instead?
Listen closely. Do you hear that? The gnawfish in the River of Souls are growling.
I love the casual threatening.
80-20 is. How generous you are, Boss Lady Cipher.
Anyway, what's with all this water? It's damn cold and miserable here. I hate it.
Ooh, the mighty demigod of trickery. Uneasy around water.
You wouldn't understand. The people of Dolos are talented in many ways. Just, not in swimming.
So Dolos is her race, I guess.
Long distance, sprint, or laps. Take your pick.
What's got you so worked up? Relax, relax. Who would have thought the fearless Lady Cipher was afraid of water?
Cats hate getting wet. What's so hard to understand about that? Now, hurry up and figure out a way across, or I might have to reconsider our split.
Don't rush me. Let me take a look around. Got it. Let's use that thing. Come on, follow me, Boss Lady.
Not a good imitation. I'll play along. Let's see where this goes, Bartolos.
Tell me, how did you hunt for treasure when I wasn't around, Boss Lady?
Trying to trick me into saying something. Not a chance.
You're as sharp as ever.
I wonder what what Bartholos and Cipher's actual relationship is like, since Cipher was able to like tell that was a fake. I kind of don't want to go to the next point, but am I able to leave? I think I should be able to leave. Pause and save.
Oh, is that a stain? I like this coat.
Does that mean that Aglaya is no longer here? Nope, she's still here, because I guess we haven't finished the story yet. Maybe when we complete this next chapter, she'll be officially dead. Well, they probably should have removed her, honestly. Because... oh no, that's not true. She isn't technically dead yet because she was waxing poetic as she was contemplating, leaping from the tower, which I don't think would kill her, but apparently it would have killed her. Now, it definitely would kill me, like a human, doing this. That's a really big drop, but a demigod that's more durable than the Trailblazer? Like, I tanked a hit from a Doomsday Beast at level 1. It wasn't level 1, it was like level 7, but it was in this chapter 1, regardless. So I feel like Aglaya would survive this fall. Yeah, it's kind of hard to simultaneously, like, build up a character to be so hype and powerful and whatnot, but also, like, have there be stakes where we're supposed to be fearing for that character's life when the enemies are like normal humans with daggers, or like scheming politicians, or like they keep on saying that she's getting old and wretched and she's like so sorrowful and whatnot, but she was like allegedly willing to kill us as soon as we arrived, and we're like, the Trailblazer, and she alleged or claimed to have the power to do so, Or at least she was going to rely on Castorus's death touch to do so. But that was like just a few months ago. Well, maybe a year ago or two, because time goes so weirdly in Amphorius. And she's been living for thousands of years, and I'm supposed to believe that, you know, with her plastic face, that she's gotten so much weaker in the past, like, 1 year. He can't die from that height. He'll get the Yamcha pose, like they did in what's it called? Not Amphorius, but Penacony. We got Yamcha'd. At least we managed to fight some things today. Let's see if we have enough to do one more relic grind. And we do. Let's try this team.
Come to me.
Stand still.
You can't run.
Relax. Good times. Time to say bye. Boom. Stand still.
In the abyss's revels, your cries rise. Found me. Offer you a requiem. Be intoxicated. Component damage.
This team is really strong. I wouldn't use this in MOC because I wouldn't want to go sustainless, and also it has kind of all my heavy hitters on it. I wouldn't be able to use Tribute or Cipher on the other side. But it's a pretty strong team. Yeah, I totally believe it. It'll be very easy to get spoiled. Alright, we're over 5,000. Tomorrow I'll probably try crafting. I usually try to hover at 5,000, so I'll use up the relic books in order to get the self-modeling resin at the start of every month. And I also use it to craft new heads and gloves. And then when I'm below 5,000, I don't craft, and when I'm above, I do craft. Just gotta keep those builds up. But we're gonna call it for tonight. Hopefully everyone enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like. If you want to see more from me, be sure to subscribe. We actually managed to start the story. The story so far is actually like really good on all accounts. I'm having a little trouble believing that any of the flame chasers or any of the Chrysos heirs are in any sort of danger from anyone other than like the Flame Reaver, basically. But I guess we'll have to see as time goes on what happens. But we're gonna end it there. Thanks for watching as always. I don't know when the next time I'll stream is, but I think it'll be Friday. I think Friday's into the next stream. But thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Take care and goodbye.